Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Check. 19. 59. 54.
Twist. Watch twist.
Ball trot.
Check. 93's the mic. 93.
On first down, Watson. And an alley to run. He'll have a first down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And some space here. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
Here we go. Here we go. 8. Read.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Check.
Protein spill.
Fresno. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Switch.
Dude.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And he's taken down inside the 30. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Partner, is that what you call a quick hitter? That was actually a bolt of lightning, wasn't it? Right out of the gate.
And, of course, on the heels of him winning AFC Offensive Player of the Week 1 week ago.
30 base.
Check 56. You're trash.
80 weapon.
Watch twist.
Right back to him on first down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Parkey with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over...
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Eric Armstead make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Check 93's a
Now Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Throws right side, and that's complete. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 85 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The extra point up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep fighting.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
Check. 53's Mike.
Check pass, check pass.
Check.
6-6, bullet high. Hey, Charlie.
Check safety. You go tight. You got tight.
On 1st down, Glenn. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's get that ball.
Blue draw corkers.
36.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Hey, seam 6.
Don't let him breathe, defense.
From the gun, Glenn.
I got you, son.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line. Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a second one, that's on you. And if there's a third one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Go, go, go.
Ready, ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Oh, yeah.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Buzz.
Run.
Shoot.
From the gun on 3rd down. Glenn going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line.
Here we go. 10-2 stop.
Man out.
Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
I'm coming after you.
31. Check 49.
After the interception, here's Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch the shift. Topper. 6-6. Motion.
54. 54.
Throwing again is Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping.
Check 37.
Check 50.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The end result, 21 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These 2 teams all tied after 1. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
All day.
2nd and 2. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Let's go.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Ready.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the flood.
Get it.
Operating from the gun. Glenn Looking right sideline, that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a first and 10.
56 the mic.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Hey, Swahoo!
Looking to throw on second down. Glenn. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Go!
You. 56. 56 right
Throwing
there,
on 3rd and long.
Hey, watch
Glenn.
the ball, watch the ball.
And that is incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. And Parkey not able to convert. This is no good. Wide to the left, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Check 93.
54.
He's the mic.
Hey, they scared. They scared.
Check 93.
39.
93 is the mic.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
Hey, switch gears. Switch.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Another try after the first down sack. Watson. Over the middle, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
You got him.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down.
Tight end right. Tight end right. We got 3. 3 down. 3 down.
Out of the gun, Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
We play to win. Let's go.
Down.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
2nd and 3. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Let's go now. 70. Indy.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Yo, faster. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, Glenn. They find some open field here. The 30, past the 20, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Texans 14, Jaguars 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Parkey adds the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
No gain on this, defense. 4. Hey,
On first down, it's Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Yeah, baby.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
check.
An
check
incomplete
49.
pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Off.
Check, 93's the mic.
Now Watson, gonna throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here I come again. Come again. 6 guy. 59.
Alert flare, alert flare, flare.
3rd and long, it's Watson. He's going to fire one deep left side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Don't bring that mess in here. Don't bring that mess in here. Let's go.
A very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Check 52.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Let's go.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on 2nd down, Glenn. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
An 11-yard loss on the play.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
That's what I'm talking about.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Come on,
A
man.
big
Let's
play
go.
on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Alpha.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 20-yard touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead. Parkey with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14.
21, Texans 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, let's get this.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson out to his left. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Check your hot read. Joker, 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 joker.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The point after is good, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Shift.
Topper! Hey, Foxtrot!
Kill. Check. Back.
Throwing on 1st down. Glenn. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Together, defense, let's get it together.
Check nickel. Shift. Check 99. Check 24.
Alert.
Check.
64.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Bang.
Put it on.
Check 93's the mic.
Hey, alert.
Oh. Check 93's the mic.
To throw is Watson.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And the pressure gets to him again. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Check 93's the mic.
64.
6 man. Check curls. Check 9.
The final shot before the break, Watson.
You better be ready. Don't be
This will be
scared.
caught inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 36-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
2nd and 11. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, exit.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
Look at me. Zipper.
Nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Now, safety creep.
From the gun,
Switch.
Glenn. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Boom.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is
under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Aaron Donald. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Hey.
Hey, 55.
Check 93. 93 is the mic.
Let's go.
Check now. 93 is the mic.
Now it's Watson.
It's our time.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Watson now to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point up and through, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Come on,
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule, What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Sweetheart. 56 to Mike.
Hey, Delta.
Mike.
On 3rd down, Glenn. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
Let's get it.
It's taken to the 26. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go now.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
What we got?
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift.
Go, go. It's run. It's run.
And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
On 3rd and 2, Glenn. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
5.
On 1st down, Glenn.
65.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 46. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
93's the mic. 93's the mic.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Watson on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Aaron Donald make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
No. Me.
Check. 93's the mic. 93's the mic. I got it.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. 59. Alert 3.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson eluding the pressure right.
Double up.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards.
19. Yeah. Tight right. 55. Hey. We got 3. 3 down. Watch the edge.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3rd and goal they decided to throw for, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
80 weapon. Go. Go.
Jim.
Go.
Take it. Under 10. Under 10. 10. He's crashing. He's checking.
Get it.
On 1st and 10, Glenn escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Watch the slack.
They run the counter. Swift. And down to the 36-yard line here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award? Because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Yo, go.
Go get him. Slam. Kill.
Operating from the gun. Glenn flushed out right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
Down to the 25. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
To throw on 3rd down. Glenn, he's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Glenn, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. 2nd and long. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Parkey adds the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football. Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Check four.
Play it.
Check, 93's the mic, 93.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
To throw is Watson. Throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here we go.
Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
6-6, pull it high.
Kill.
56 the mic. 56 the mic.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Ready, break.
The mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
Come to my world.
We now.
Come to my world.
Mike's 56.
Fire.
Throwing on 1st down. Glenn. And that's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. He spins through. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Check hot route. Hot.
Back to throw. Glenn. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Wait a second. That's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now.
Check 26.
22 jet bomber. Deep rip.
Back to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Yeah,
It'll be a
baby.
3-yard gain, and it'll make it second down.
Go now.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Yeah.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Go, go.
A 6-yard touchdown run. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Now Parkey for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
And they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the... And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never say never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This is taken at the 3. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done.
It got his man complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's first and 10 from the 45.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky.
General West. Yes, yes. Hey, zoom.
Motion out of the backfield. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic. 3 buzz, 3 buzz. 56 the mic.
Hey, Charlie.
Check 56.
They'll look to throw.
We got this.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Go.
Motion, motion.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Mike 56. Let's go. 6.
He'll look to throw. Skirts by at the 15. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there in the final minute. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Parkey with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
60 Pittsburgh.
Right there, 56. Hey.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey!
Motion.
Buzz! Look at me, zipper!
Mike's 56. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Tight dog.
Hey, watch the edge.
Fire!
Operating from the gun, Glenn. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Get it!
They'll try and run for it. And an alley to run. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Now Parkey for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading